question. This should be recorded.
We're live. We're live, but
I think
I don't know if we're...
I don't know what we're doing. Do you know what we're doing?
Nobody knows what we're doing.
It's a new AI era, guys.
We just are.
We are live.
State of just are. There we go.
I think. All right. So I see us on Instagram.
Holy crap! How many places are we streaming? That sounds.
We're on Instagram, we're on X, and we're on LinkedIn. If everything's working all right.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yep. So there we go.
Did you guys figure out how to actually stream so they can hear the?
Yeah, you just share your screen with the audio.
It's all happening.
Oh well,
It's happening.
That's awesome.
We're here.
We're here. It's happening.
So yeah, we will. Now, when I tested, there's a little bit of a delay. So I've asked the rest of the Naible team if you're in these various social platforms to just keep an eye out. Let us know. But yeah, this will also be recorded, so we can have some fun, chopping it up and whatnot. But goal today is to have some fun with music and all things AI content creation and music creation. If you don't know us, if you've been forwarded this link after the fact, we are Naible, an up-and-coming rock band that is going to break into the top one. Sorry, wait, what? My bad. We're an AI startup.
Do you even play an instrument?
I play air guitar.
You play air guitar? Because James actually plays an instrument. I was about to say, I haven't played since I was a kid, so...
Yeah, I played trumpet in the marching band and violin in the orchestra, but...
Yeah, nice. I actually have a sound audio interface, so maybe one of these times I can hook my guitar up to it and actually play real music that's not as good as AI music.
Have you tried recording yourself yet and turning it into a full song?
No, I have not. That's an interesting thought. I had not even considered doing that because I just haven't. Well. I have not considered making music unless it's fully AI generated. Then I love doing it.
It sounds like work. No, the Suno can do. Actually, there's a couple different ones that can do it, but Suno's is really good. Like, I've had people play a song that they wrote or something, and it turns it into like a well orchestrated, like full backed orchestra, guitar, drum set, everything, and sounds awesome.
Oh, I see Jules' comment. Yeah, it is Jay Cricket's birthday today. Yes.
Are you Jay Cricket?
I am Jay Cricket. I am.
Wait,
James?
Who's Jay Cricket?
I am.
Wow. And we're all right, man.
Jay Cricket and me are one and the same.
How are you celebrating your birthday?
I'm here. I'm having some fun on the live stream, and
I'm in a startup. We don't have birthdays.
This is the fun. This is the hour of fun a week.
That's right.
So get yourself some birthday cake quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you even seeing comments?
On the stream.
On the stream. Yeah, on the side, on the right side, we've got there's a private chat, and there's a comments that I think folks.
And Jules is chatting us up on Instagram as well.
He says he is the Cricket. All right.
Yep. So, president of our fan club there, groupie, I guess, going to the Rockstar. So okay, one fun thing that I've not created myself into AI, but one thing that I have done that I was using for testing was very recently a religious holiday in my household, May the 4th, where we were celebrating Star Wars. And I've seen a lot of really funny things where you take your favorite lyrics from a movie and you turn it into a song. So while I wait for you guys to share your favorites, here's a little clip of some of my favorite.
Tell us.
Star Wars.
Yeah, tell us more about it.
This is working all right?
Yep.
So if you're really nerdy, you go on Reddit, go to wherever the nerds hang out. you'll see like people make T-shirts with this like this epic worst George Lucas dialogue ever at the peak of Revenge of the Sith. You're not with me, then you're my enemy. Only assist deals in absolutes. I will do what I must. You will try. And then it goes on for another like dueling guitars. So.
I'm struggling to hear anything you're saying over the music. That it's
let the music speak for itself. You will try.
Oh, very doom metal-y vibe.
Jules is trying to join as a host, but can't find the way to do that.
Oh, too bad.
Wow, that was a lot. So what is at the top?
What's that?
What is the title?
Oh, it's just the first letter of every word in the dialogue.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I made that one. Wait, this one?
No. I mean, like, did you go through and get every first word, or did you have AI do it?
Oh, I don't remember. Might have been AI. I don't know.
It just sounds.
It's also like you can Google that and you'll get lots of weird fan stuff. So
interesting. I have not tried that one. I'm gonna have to.
Try that one. Well, take your favorite movie. Put your dialogue in. You can have Suno or whatever tool keep the dialogue as the lyrics. And then I gave it the instructions. So like that scene in the movie, there's like volcanoes and lava, and it's very intense, very overacted. And so it just felt right for that kind of, I think it was like a power ballad.
Yeah. Fun.
I was about to say, James has doom metal everywhere.
Yeah. I have a lot of doom metal, but I actually pulled out some. I'll present, because I'll walk through like my process and how I like to do this. So just let me know when that gets put up on stage.
Who's got the stage control?
I think Randy has, either Randy or Jules.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So
now we're dropping knowledge.
Yeah. So what I like to do is I like to create a persona first, and I think John does something similar. I'll let him explain how he does it, because he goes a lot wider than I do. But I like to do like a solo artist, and so this is a persona I generated a while ago. I think I was using ChatGPT, but basically created an entire backstory. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted a backstory to kind of inspire the music. So when I then go to write my song, right? And I didn't even want lyrics, by the way. I just wanted this to be an instrumental. So I used this context of the background that I created. This led into like the next prompt of then generating the first track of the album. And what I wanted to see there was I wanted to see, what key was it going to be in, what style was our synthetic artist going to use, walk through the song, right? Like the introduction, and really kind of what I'm trying to do is paint the picture for AI, to have as much context as it can to translate to what I want. And then here's my song. I go and I drop this over into Suno, and then here's the song right here. And it's actually surprisingly accurate for what it generates. I won't play the whole thing, but get a little taste.
Is this the opera one?
No, the opera one's I could probably do that one too. But this is the flamenco classic guitar.
That's a good one.
But I like it.
Wait. So I don't hear it. Do you, John?
Do you hear it?
No. Try sharing the tab instead of sharing your screen.
I thought I was sharing the tab.
Oh, are you?
Window. Yeah, that should be working. Any luck?
No. Shoot. No, it's gonna be hard to show about music. I can't hear it.
Well, maybe I could just drop a link in.
Yeah, drop the link. It worked for me. Maybe I can share it from my end.
Let me drop a link in our private chat. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna kick you out on this.
But yeah, so while you're pulling that up, what I like about it is kind of when I talk to people and show people, part of like it's not just the music that I like. There you go. You can hear that.
That's just ridiculous to me. That's not their new model, is it?
No.
So, oh man, you should reprompt that one. I'm so curious to see what that comes back with.
So, one thing that I really like, I don't know if you can hear me over the music, but
yes, I can.
Okay.
This isn't as aggressive as the first one.
Yeah, one thing that I really like about this is when I go and show people, I have like a backstory to talk through, and it's kind of cool because it gives the song a lot more meaning, even though it's like completely generated. You can really kind of connect with it, because if you read like the backstory I created, it's about this artist Isabel Larios. She grew up in Spain. Talked about her family, like lost her father to sick in illness, or her brother to an illness, and talked about how her life took a sharp trajectory and how she got into music. I mean, it's all completely generated, but like when you talk about it and then you listen to the music, it's like there's like a real emotion, and it's like all fake, which I think that's the coolest part. Is like how can you make AI like emotional, like this is one of the things that I don't know, kind of resonated with me, and I love doing this process because it just makes it more immersive and fun. But yeah, there you go. And this is the old model, so it's just going to keep going. I think the song should have stopped right there. You know, clip that, but yeah, that's kind of how I like to do it, and that's like if I'm trying to do something serious, I'll take the time to do that. If I'm just having fun, I'll show an example of that later. Don't ask, don't tell. Just
John, sorry, I was talking on mute. So
we lost him. There he is.
I'm talking on mute.
You got one you want to queue up?
Oh yeah, I can queue up music. Do we want to start with process, or do we want to start with music?
Where does the vibe take you?
I don't know. That's a great question. I probably will start with explaining, because there's, I guess, my biggest thing that I wanted to play with was just how far I could take this. Like, I don't know. I'm talking on mute.
No, you're fine.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I'm getting yelled at. Um, so the one of the big things was actually AI music was like banned when I first tried to get stuff on iTunes and Spotify and all this different stuff. So I wanted to sort of play around with could I get AI music on the apps, and like what would it take to do that. So I went through like this formal submittal process and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. And the funny part is, like, while I had to answer some questions and do some stuff early on, I had to the hardest one was Spotify. The one that took the longest was Spotify, which blew my mind. I don't know why, but so I created a band called Neural Decay. It is anti-AI usage. So there's a whole like lyrical component about AI abused or AI used, meaning the abuse of AI within like social media and general like abuse in large corporations, turning people into essentially products from an AI perspective. So it's a pretty socially charged metal band, I will say. It is extremely heavy, very industrial sounding. It has some interesting sort of Imagine Dragons bass components and some more unique, I would say, dynamic sound. But I actually went through and created each band member, created a biography for them, and actually generated them. Like, I created them as AI agents, using a lot of what we do with like emotional intelligence and some of the other prompting and indexing that we've done before. And then I gave them an entire backstory, 30 years of backstory, with history all the way through like scraping their knee as a child and traumatic events and all their emotional scarring that has led them to be in a band, because all band members are emotionally scarred. That's my perception. So once all that was done, I actually, for this band, I sat there and talked to them and had them create sort of their song list and what they wanted to talk about, and worked more like a collaborator with the band than necessarily prompting them to create songs. And it created some really cool stuff. Some of it was interesting. And then proceeded to work through like the prompting of the actual songs and fighting that battle, because back then it was a little more difficult and required a lot more prompting. Now you can pretty much go from an idea, if you have the right prompt, to awesome song like pretty unbelievably fast. So from let me see, let me grab one of these. I do a lot of meta prompting, so it's prompts within prompts. Share screen, grab window. Here we go. Let me know when you guys are good. So this kind of goes from wide to more and more narrow. So it starts with like overviews of different things. This one is actually like more the song itself. So we're looking at title, duration, theme, genre, the actual lyrics. Usually those are generated separately. The styles, vocals, any type of special audio effects, artwork, and then even like any type of intended mood or what we're trying to do with like target audience. There's a little bit of marketing side to it. And then that breaks into the meta prompts for each individual song. So as you're going through, you sort of I build the album and the topics and all of those components. And then each of these dive into the actual song. We break those down and then work with the different personalities, like through the lyrics, and let them argue sometimes about like why we would choose a word over another word. Once all of this is kind of built out, and all of these are variables essentially that go in. My screen is still scrolling on. There we go. We like these are just the definitions for the AI. Let me scroll a little bit further. these are some of the other checklists, just so as I'm kind of going through, I make sure that I have all of the detail. And then for this instance, I actually graph ragged the output. So there's a couple hundred documents on the outset. And then I just let all of the agents have access to all the output. And then that was that was like step one. So when James said there's a series of events that went through this. Yeah.
There's levels to this game.
Yeah. So
you got me here watching. This movie could be funny. I'm going to throw this in to make a quick clip. You got James writing a backstory, and John's writing an agent army.
Well, I mean, I like agent armies; they're fun. But yeah, there's go down in here, meta prompts, and then neural plague, and then in neural plague you can actually see the bands. So we have the full biography of the band. So those meta prompts create this. And on output, you get like your biography, you get each band member. They have their own sort of meta prompting for each of them. And then that all comes into their actual like instructions. So lots of detail. And then all of that gives even down to like the instruments they play, what their influences are as band members and the music that they like to listen to. It was fun. So, and what's crazy is if you build all this and structure it, it's about 15 minutes of work because all of it generates and you have all this large corpus of information, and then you get to really, the fun time to me is building the lyrics and having the dialogue. And then when you get into the actual like artist prompting, album prompting, and then each track and all of that. But that's kind of like my process. And then does this switch screens when I switch screens? No, it doesn't. So stop sharing. And then what I like to do is once I sort of have iterated on the songs, because I usually go back and forth and do some either Suno editing, or even there's another tool that I use called, I can't remember. It's another AI tool that allows you to do some of the levels and stuff.
Bose.
And then no, it's the
it's a different one.
It's the Moss Tech or Mos Tech. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Is it the one you use on SoundCloud?
No, not that one. I use that one next. So once I'm good with the song and I have a good one, then I upload it to SoundCloud, use the mastering track with Dolby, and then most of my songs that I consider like final make it to SoundCloud. So the ones that I pushed today are actually up on SoundCloud now. And if you're trying to move your stuff into SoundCloud, I definitely recommend using a WAV file. It's way better sounding. And then once I get into uploading, this art is just done through ChatGPT. Each song gets uploaded, and then I actually do all of the mastering through the Dolby automation and just choose the one that sounds the best to me. Can you guys hear that?
No.
Nope. I think there might be a setting or something that
only Randy has.
Send it over. I'll play it.
Okay. Right now, I think my favorite track on this album is Silent Echoes and either Whiskey Kisses or Dirt and Flirt. I am not a big country person. I would much rather make another metal album, but this album has more listens in like the first 2 hours than the metal album had in 4 or 5 months.
Wants me to log in here.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Man, security.
U.S. Flashing news.
You don't have the passwords under your keyboard?
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting my keyboard and Yeah.
So we got a news update. A U.S. cardinal, I think, has just become the Pope, which is interesting.
What?
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, let's look at the
Somebody's going to hell.
Chapel. American Cardinal Robert Prevost was announced as the choice to replace Pope Francis. Bells rang, crowds cheered.
Roosters crow to you on the curve. Suns are rising heat. Tractors growl, I'm on your tail. Boots and barn board meat. Booty shake and gravel grind. Your hips right there on song. Hearing these sticks will get a little naughty all night long. Sweat and soil, lace undone. Feels like mischief just begun. Get that country dog. Let the tailgate drive.
That's nice.
Baby, let our bodies rock.
What's funny about this, so the bass wouldn't hit hard enough. I couldn't get it hit hard enough. So in the prompt, I actually have an EDM bass line prompted into it.
Cornfields whispering secrets about where our lips might roam. Creekside sizzle, barefoot drizzle. Come and make it home. Six-string strumming, sultry
I cannot
tunes,
believe
hazel
the accuracy in the
welcome
vocals.
mat. Slide a little closer, sugar. Let me feel where you're at.
Their new model
Flares
is
of fire,
wild.
Oh yeah, it's
pull me
absolutely
close
crazy.
and hold me tight.
Is it listening and
Country
the
dog,
music
crank the daredevil
No, I just found the right
underneath the pines, get lost in
frequency.
the crowd. Moonlight dripping
This stream is not
Hush
published on
and slow,
DJ
country dogs are
Naible is
flirty
not responsible
cold. Watch it softly glow. Old trust better off retreat. Mud's our battle cry.
Hit the
Radio hums a sultry beat. Let's bump until we fly.
Nicole says
We all
Velvet
need a little help
Shadows.
sometimes, but asking, that's the hard part.
What's that?
In fact, most people
it's an
avoid
ad.
seeking mental health support
Oh,
due to
you're
fear
free.
of being judged.
You're on
This
free,
Mental
you
Health
just got
Awareness Month
commercialed.
break the stigma surrounding seeking support. If you need it, we've made it easier for over 5.
Well, they don't need to get free ad time.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Our
was
massive
so much-
audience.
It was so much louder too.
All right, the music stopped. I need to stop my.
Hang on, we're back.
There we go.
This is Velvet Shadows.
That's a good one. The best part about this is, so yes, you can monetize this.
Under neon haze, your silhouette
I've
calls.
made $2.
Velvet shadows
Nice.
drape these empty
Nice.
halls.
I've
In how
made
much
$2.
time?
I mean, the first time I did this, it took a while. I did this one.
Liquid
I did this
hunger
album in a night.
pools in midnight
Yeah.
eyes, each breath
Actually, I think I did this album last
no
night.
one
Actually, and I put it on SoundCloud this morning.
Silk and smoke swirl around our flame heap.
One of our audience members would like to know more about the album.
Velvet
Is that AI generated?
The album?
skin,
Yeah. Picture.
The album itself, like, the picture, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, so this one was done on our platform. So and you can do it live. Well, if you want, since you have to stream.
Here we go. Is this on the model you trained, or on the one that we've got available to the public right now?
No, the one that I think it's available for public, isn't it? It's the new model.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's try it. See what happens. Present both art and music at the same time. Stay tuned to find out.
Here is the prompt. There you go.
Right, let's see here. Present my screen. Oh no, I can't do both at once. Let this guy finish here. Nice. All right. So let's see. We're going to try to create the image now with our app. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, John, you did sneak something into the system prompt for our assistant to help with lyric creation.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I can show
go.
that, or you can show it. The other thing,
yeah.
I also show people how to use styles, which I've been using a lot of with the lyrics because those meta prompts become like superpowers.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Wow.
Eerily, actually, ours looks better.
Wow. I mean,
yours looks better. Like
that is incredible.
Yeah.
Boom.
Can you send me that? Because the one I think I like that one better.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
the nice thing is, so the prompt that I gave you is the one that I used, but I didn't use. Is this one the dev or is this prod?
This is prod. Anybody who's on our platform can do this.
Yeah, I use my phone, and obviously the prompts are better in the web app, so we will have to address that. But that is awesome.
Oh, Robert Ranson joined. Hey, Robert.
All right.
What's up? Yeah, so the nice thing about this is you get pretty much the same capabilities as you do on ChatGPT from an image model perspective, but we have enables prompts in the back end to do all the enhancements. So the prompt accuracy, detail, or extrapolation from what you put into the prompt, and then you also get some cool controls on how to remove, like if Randy, if you go in there and you just toggle background off, it'll give you that PNG similar to what ChatGPT does, except you can just toggle it.
Make it transparent, man.
Yeah, I'm curious what it would do.
Let's do it.
Probably give you the table, the glass, and the text, I'm guessing. Just find out. Man, that light mode. I don't know how you operate in light mode.
It keeps my computer screen from like dimming.
You know what? Somebody's got to do it to keep it, to make sure we're testing. Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so now it's see-through or gift. So
no.
There you go.
You can do that. Yeah, nice.
Whiskey kisses.
Boom. You can put that on a t-shirt. We got to talk about merch.
Yeah.
That's what David messaged me this morning. He was like, can we get t-shirts for this? I'm like, it's an AI generated band.
So, well, you know what? I think, at least in 5-10 years, the AI generated bands will be, some of them will be bigger than humans.
Well, I agree. I can't. So I've seen what they've been doing over in Japan. They have like virtual like concerts with like hologram performers, and like I just can't wait for like actual like VR or AR glasses that are actually comfortable and don't make you look like the most gigantic nerd on the planet. But yeah, you could. I think there's going to be completely AI generated concerts, and people will be able to contribute and interact, and it'd be really fun.
I think so.
Do you guys remember I think it was the Gorillas? That was the band that was completely like for a while.
Oh yeah.
Who he was, and they put out like a top hit, right? And it was just it was a guy obviously, but like could very easily have been an AI with its own avatar out there doing their own thing, or like Deadmau5, right? Like Marshmallow, like nobody would know that guy. Daft Punk, you wouldn't know them walking down the street. I think Daft Punk would be perfect for AI. Actually, should add a third member to their little dancing duo.
Me and James were talking about this the other day, and one of the things that I think would be awesome is to turn the festival style type, like multi-stage, into prompt AI like music battles. Essentially, have the crowd push the person to the next stage and just battle AI prompting for like music, but put it on big speakers, because that's what I do. I have like my setup at my desk that hits pretty hard. Like
you have like a big like audience like voting like mechanism.
Yeah.
And
can you imagine? Like,
that'd be
just on
so
your
much
phone,
fun.
like at the end of the like each person gets a minute 30, so you get a 3-minute like thing, 10 seconds in between for transition, bonus points for like intro or like actually transitioning. Like there's a bunch of like actually there is one version that I could show where I love remixing songs.
Yeah.
Like real songs, like a DJ would, but in prompting. And it is mind-blowing.
Can you pull up some examples of how you do that, John? Because I definitely love doing that. I like making a good playlist, right? So old school, non-AI yet, but picking songs that thematically or sound-wise kind of flow together. That's always like my favorite part of like throwing a party. But I'd love to make that even better with AI.
So I like Suno does competitions in some like capacity with like actually bringing artists in. I think Timbaland was the last artist that they had do this. But let me grab one of them and I'll shoot it over to you since I can't share sound.
Well,
we should walk through the platform at some point, just to. I mean, not that we're not being sponsored by Suno, by the way.
We're being
Suno,
sponsored
if you want to sponsor us.
We're being sponsored actually by Naible Nexus, our community platform with AI tools.
Yes.
So why can't I get to where's my homepage?
Probably a good time as any to drop our link into if you're interested in all things AI and community and creativity and jamming out. This is a live version of what we try to do every day, all day over on our platform for free. Mobile, web, and coming soon, virtual reality.
One thing at a time.
I would love some virtual reality.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I swear it'd actually be easier to manage.
Maybe.
View profile.
You have to define easy.
All right, so
virtual reality isn't real. It's easier than real reality.
So I think I have to. One thing I do have to do is I have to grab. Randy, do you have like Apple Music or something, or Spotify? I would guess.
I have Spotify open right now, actually. So I actually snuck a song on Spotify. Here, I'll play it while we're waiting. So this one, so I make a lot of these songs with my son, who is 6 and loves to just do silly stuff. So he came up with this concept. And like you said, John, it's super hard
like a lion on the prowl.
Get this in, but then
laced up
sneaking out there
now
so
he's
I can have
ready
it
for
play
the
on our streaming
ground.
devices. You hear that?
Fields of green and skies so blue.
And he's writing these?
Today's got a match
this
and a
one we
dream
talked about
to
it, so I had him. He can. He's actually doing a lot of writing, like in kindergarten and spelling. But I'm teaching him how to talk to
Teddy's got the ball and a goal inside.
I think for this one, we were like, like project, like let's make a song about something. What do you want to make about? Soccer. It's like, what do you want to do? It's like about how I'm scoring goals and winning, and then we play around the list and then put it on. He loves this thing.
That's awesome.
Show the world what
right under neural decay, when I was showing
like the wind,
my daughter did this with me a little bit, and the person was called Elijah Starr. So there's like
the other team
30 trying to they're outmatched. Her album called Evolving Horizons.
Teddy's moves are slick, never getting snatched.
Taylor Swift-esque.
He's the king of the pitch with a heart so
very big on Taylor Swift. So
turning every chance into gold. Sun sinking low, but spirits high. Again.
But yeah, the links that I sent, the first one is the actual song, and the second one is the one I submitted for the competition for the remix. and it's just crazy.
It feels real.
I don't love you no more. I don't need you no more.
Hey Nicole, I know you're listening and giving us feedback. How's the volume now?
She's we know, but like, can you type to us? For a song. Oh, okay.
So now I'm gonna play the one you just did. Alright, so now share. Oops, I just lost it. Nice.
I don't love you no more. I don't care about you.
What's actually crazy is I have a big speaker, like some big subs, and this song hits at 10 hertz. So that one actually,
I'll tell you what, folks, if you're watching this live or you catch the recording later, we'll drop a track list when we're done, so you can go listen and jam to all these songs.
I was gonna say, if anybody's on the other side, I can actually do this.
We have thousands
Share
of them.
that. Huh?
Says we have thousands of them.
Oh my god. I think I have 8,000 songs that I've created. Now, I doubt half of them are even worth anything. But it's definitely to get it the way you want it takes a little bit of massaging. I'll say that. But yeah, like, you get all the same vocals. It like literally passed the vocals through. It mixed them up. It put drops in. We've added bass. We've changed the entire like beat. We have multiple tempo changes. Like, it's just, and you can do it through prompting. Like, that blows me away.
Yeah, I waited, yeah, I hurt, yeah, I bled. Gave you everything, you left me for dead. Thought I needed you to make me whole, but I'm finding my strength in this broken soul. See the pieces fit like battle scars. Wounds healed over, yeah, I made it stars. Took the pain, flipped it, now I'm free. Got no love left, I'm just loving me. Say that you love me, turn around.
So, show one of the things that I did real quick. So,
begs for supper. I find myself still waiting for her.
When you're ready, Randy, I'll share my screen.
Alright.
But I'm going to do it in dark mode because I just can't function with my eyes being burned out of my head. It's also probably because my screen is massive. So over here, this is one of the meta prompts. So I actually have this in the back end of our system as one of the things that like it kind of pulls in. Main reason why is I wanted to shortcut having to prompt or drop all my meta prompting and just be able to make my lyrics. But you can kind of see the structure of what it does. So in here we have the actual like theme or concept. It picks that based off of what I've provided, which in new song about loss. And then it uses that variable to start generating the different styles and even the exclusion of what it shouldn't be in there. So depending on what you prompt it with and the level of detail that you provide, you can pretty much just put something about new song about loss, or I want a metal core song with rap lyrics, and a huge bass drop with palm muted bass guitar. And then topic, office work. Sucks. And I want to be on a boat. There we go.
Oh my gosh. It's like you know me.
And then you now have pretty much a fully formatted prompt. You don't really have to do anything else other than go directly into Suno. Drop that right in, and it will give you everything that you need. It has all of the instrumentals in here, and then for this, if you want to add a style, what I've actually found to be really powerful as of late, because it sort of, they have their own way that they like to prompt the styles, is you just grab like how you describe the style, drop it into their style description, let that do its thing, see if there's anything that you disagree with, or if there's any, like I don't want my metalcore song to sound poppy or K-pop style. That's about it. Drop the name here.
Got the new model?
Oh yeah, I only use the new model. I can't go back, although 3.5 is a little more controllable, I will say. Hit generate. And without even listening to it, I'm going to send you a link as soon as it gives me one, Randy. This should be
beautiful.
It's going to be brutal.
Metalcore songs are always brutal.
Yep.
Got it?
Oh, God, I love metalcore.
Turn down your volume, everybody.
Yes, fair warning.
You've been warned.
It could hurt.
Yeah, this is a headphone check.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be great.
Sounds like metalcore.
Oh, I love it. Trading off his woe.
You know, this needs to be a little bit more sea shanty.
That's not very metalcore.
I'm gonna remix.
Yeah. Oh man, I could. So I mean, but like, so right? We have that song metalcore. I'm not going to change the lyrics at all. And you want to see shanty?
Yeah. Let's show how we do it. Actually, John, share your screen for that.
Oh, it's pretty easy. I'm not going to do anything other than reprompt.
Just Suno reprompt it?
Yep. Yeah, like if I want to get detailed and I want, like, I'm not getting the outcome that I want, yes, I might. But for example, as easy as this, yeah, just C shanty. And then since it likes to withdraw some of the bass, we're just gonna say EDM bass line to give us a little more punch. And that's it. Reprompt it. And what's going to be interesting is I didn't go in, and normally you would change all of the prompts inside where we're giving instruction on like chorus and stuff. It should be interesting at say the least. So here you go, Randy. We might get a sea shanty that has a little bit of a metalcore vibe.
As all good sea shanties should.
Well, and I think what's really cool about this model, especially that's fun, is you can actually mix styles. Like it used to be you had to really prompt around that or create ways to get around it.
Six paper stack, drowning in the grind.
Now
the boss's voice echoes like chains that bind.
That's pretty sea shanty.
I'm dreaming of the ocean where freedom calls. Trading office walls for waves and squalls. Break the chains, let the rhythm flow. Feel the bass drop, let the energy grow. From the cubicle to the open sea, where the rise is
I would argue that's not a bass drop.
and the soul is free.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
Yo, stuck in a 9 to 5, feeling trapped inside emails and deadlines. Got me losing my mind, but I see the sun glisten on the ocean's crest. Dreaming of the boat life where I can truly rest. No more meetings, just the sound of the waves. Trading suits for swimsuits and the freedom it craves. Feel the wind in my hair, salt in the air. Leaving the grind behind without a care. The boat's my escape, my sanctuary, where the office fades and dreams become reality.
Alright guys, I gotta go actually catch a boat.
Break the chains, let the rhythm
That is-
flow. Feel
I
the
like
bass
this.
drop,
Cool.
let the energy grow. From the
Yeah, I love the
cubicle
potential
to
too for like a
open
genre,
sea, where the horizons wide
making things completely in a different genre and getting surprised by the outcome.
Well,
soul
what's
is
so?
free.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll send you another link.
So here's to the dream, sailing away, leaving the grind for a brighter day on a boat where the world feels right. Office work sucks, but the ocean's my life.
I got a friend who's out sailing right now.
I feel like we need music videos now.
What? So
Ooh,
I
that'll be
just
fun.
started playing around with this. So the one. So you know what's funny? I was uploading this morning to SoundCloud, and when I got everything uploaded, they asked me if I wanted to save $2,500, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm clicking that. I want to save $2,500. But it was nothing more than like they gave me $15 off on like using AI tools. But the thing was they had like 100 AI tools for music in there, things I'd never heard of before, and across the top they're like, yeah, if you buy it through us, we'll give you your first month free or 5 months free or whatever. They had a whole bunch of promotions.
Yeah.
One of them is an entire video section, all the different video makers out there.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them that like they have even prompting examples and output examples directly in the back-end artist area in SoundCloud, showing music videos that have been 100% AI generated.
Oh, cool.
So I think
next.
Yeah, like I think the one Dreamcast or Mirror was I was playing with one this morning. I think that's the one that was one of the fan favorites. But I mean, there's a lot out there now that like will get you pretty close, and if you spend some time playing with it, it does pretty well. The one that I still can't get to work is Sora.
Sora, yeah, that one's. I haven't figured that one out. That one's a little bit of a mystery.
Yeah. So here you go,
He likes
Randy.
creating very, very high quality things, but not very cohesive things.
You have to really. So apparently they're sitting on the good model and they haven't released it yet. So we have the
that
crappy
makes
one.
sense.
Yeah. But their crappy one, if you storyboard, you can get some pretty accurate stuff. But you have to spend a lot of time storyboarding.
Yeah.
So this is our sea shanty remix. Took it to a festival.
Yeah.
The clock ticks, paper stack, drowning in the grind.
Now, James, get the lights going.
Boss's voice echoes like chains that
Glow stick time.
bind.
So, but the cool thing is, like, you can pretty much take any song and with the right prompt turn it into anything else, like within a minute or two.
Trading office wall for waves and squalls.
Well, we're coming up on the top of the hour here, guys. Having a lot of fun with this. If you've been following along, join us in our community. Drop a link to your favorite song, or take a listen to ours and remix them your way. We'd love to spend the next week till our next session.
I'm having trouble hearing you, Randy, so I bet they are. I don't think anybody.
Yeah, the audio's pretty loud.
The music's rocking it. Robert has a prompt for us. Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have requests? Does anybody have a request that they want to send in? Because
that's too much fun to listen to. But since you can't hear me over the music, what I was saying is we're going to run out of time here in a minute. But let's continue the conversation over on the Nexus community. Drop your favorite link to something you've created, remix something. We'll share the track list from today. Let's have some fun with it. And you don't even need to use our tools. We won't get offended if you use other tools. But drop the links so we can see them. And let's play.
Yeah. We got so sucked into listening to music, I forgot the whole radio station I built.
Oh my god! Yep.
Can you throw that in real quick?
Yeah, let me. I know my sound isn't working, so it's going to be less than ideal for a radio station.
Let's you know what? Let's save that for podcast or for another live, because or just show it really quick.
I'll just show it really quick.
Listening to it is going to be critical.
Yeah. Let me share my. So my thought process was, all right, we can create all this awesome music at our fingertips now. Like, so what do you do with it? And I had fun. I've been having fun with this whole vibe coding thing. And I also love the game Star Citizen, as people who know me know. And so I built a fan radio station for Star Citizen that has different radio channels. These couple ones up here are under construction, but let me turn this volume down. But it's got Pirate FM, where it's broadcasting like edgy music. It's got Underground, which is more of like the heavy metal. Art Court Beats, which is like electronic. And then I've got a Crusader Communications channel. This is like a news channel. So I'm actually going out and scraping the Star Citizen's websites and forums and things like that to aggregate news. And I'm using OpenAI to text-to-speech that. And then I'm cycling through the different 11 voices that they have. So it's like I've got different reporters for every like news bit. And then I put in I've got commercials that are baked in, which I wish I could.
James, how do we share your audio? Because I can't hear any of it right now.
Yeah, I know.
I've got the one that you did that you shared over our Teams chat. I can put up
the commercial.
Yeah. We'll pull it back up on a podcast.
The commercial's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I can get that.
Actually, by that time, I'll have this deployed on Vercel, and then everyone will be able to come in and just like listen to it.
If you want to hear this amazing Star Citizen Radio, the one and only place to get the link is on Nexus.
That's right. Yeah, and I put a leaderboard in it, so you come in and you can vote on the songs, and then you can go see those songs. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I want to link it up to the starships in the game, so I'm gonna have to email SIG to see what they'll let me do or not. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this and built it, and I think it just took a couple hours because I had to do some extra configuring with a database and Supabase, but threw it up pretty quick. It was a fun project and a fun way to take the music I'm making over in Suno and pipe it into something where I can share it with friends and do whatever when I'm playing my game.
You started it like, I don't know, you said it was like 2 hours and you were showing me it, so it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
So from zero to like radio station. I figured out a clever way to make it seem like a radio station too. So like when the tracks play, it selects a random track every time as like a starting point, and then it selects a random point in that song's duration, and it uses that as the starting point, and then it's literally based off of like a now function. So anytime you flip through the stations, it always remembers where it was at. So if you're listening to one song and you go away from it and come back, it'll still be playing. It'll just be like, 30 seconds later into the song or whatever. So it does a pretty good job of simulating a radio station. It was one of those moments where I was just like, what if I did this? And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, I have a radio station.
So I took, while you were doing that, I took Robert's prompt.
Awesome.
So
sure, link John?
We're gonna make Rob. Yeah, I haven't made the actual song yet, but essentially just dropped it in here, used our selection, and then had it format and build everything out. So we'll take this and drop this into Suno. I'm curious what we're gonna get out of Robert's prompt. I think we need to do a live, James, where we only use people's prompts and we only use what they want us to play.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Like live DJ, live generative DJ.
Yep.
People put your request in. Boom. Boom, piece of candy.
Boom.
DJ AI.
Boom, top 100 song. No. I mean, some of them are really, like, some of them I'm blown away. Like, there's songs that I'm redoing that I've had for a while that, like, literally give me goosebumps. But here's Robert's song. And
I have so many songs, and I want to redo all of them. And then I'm like, but I don't have enough tokens.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, I think we should reach out to Suno and see if they want to have some fun.
Wait a minute.
I agree.
John, what's the title of the song? What's the title of the song there?
It's called Escape the Grind. I didn't change the title.
Okay. Yeah, so like we just did that.
Yeah, that's my bad.
That's okay.
It's supposed to be called Surreal Urban Vignettes. That's a little bit wordy for a song title.
Our live generative DJ should be generatively constructed too. We have like a gen or something.
You're gonna have to turn this one up.
In the shadowed alley, where the whispers roam,
Damn.
drifters dance with dreams in a city of stone. Neon lights flicker,
Robert, is this what you were thinking?
casting tales.
He's watching us on LinkedIn, so he'll be about a minute or two behind us.
A forgotten
Hopefully he
soul,
likes it.
and stories bold,
Man.
decaying Americana, where the heart beats slow in the rusted vein.
You're gonna have to do either the Bohemian Rhapsody one or the Beatles one.
Echoes of
Perfect.
laughter.
I'm gonna send them both
Yeah.
to Randy.
Robert, it absolutely does have a
Shadows
Tom
of tears
Watts like vibe.
in the carnival.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you. Yeah, exactly. That's what you did. Yep. All right.
Man.
Beneath the cracked pavement,
All right. Well, I think.
secrets lie.
You guys hear me over this, or is it just music?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Drunk
So I think on this note, thank you everybody for tuning in.
on the very depressing, sad, decaying Americana note.
We're gonna do this every week, 1 o'clock Eastern. Try to be live on as many places as we can, talking about topics that interest us. a little bit about what we're building, a little bit about what we're playing with. Come learn, come share, come talk about it in Nexus, in our community, which is free. It has lots of similar content. And I think next week we're going to focus on going deeper into personalization. So when it comes to writing, taking that style, taking that format, bringing that up.
Music's getting progressively louder. It's building. like while you're talking.
It's like there's the hook. It's like, bye.
That's hilarious.
All right, guys.
The surreal tapestry.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah.
We'll see y'all next time.
Have a good one.
A symphony of stories, brave and bold.